Until you win, effort always goes unnoticed. Get used to it. No one roots for you until everyone roots for you.
Nobody's going to believe in you until you've already done it. Nobody's going to come and celebrate with you until you've already done it. The work is going to come before the belief, which means you're going to have to work for a long time by yourself with no applause, with no rewards, with nobody telling you good job. And then once you start to build something and people start to see the momentum and they start to see the result and you start doing some things, then you're going to get a little belief. And then what's going to happen is you're going to believe.
Nobody cares until you win. So just win. And guess what? Nobody gonna be there to cheer for you either. Because nobody cheers for you when you in the trenches. Nobody cheers for you when you putting the work in. Nobody remembers the ones that tried once, failed once, and stopped. But they do remember the motherfuckers that tried again until they got exactly whatever the they wanted.
Being a winner is a curse. It doesn't matter how much you've won before. You're not a winner until you win again, and again, and again. Nothing's enough. No one understands, and you never want it to stop.
Once you've already won, people are like, he's amazing, he's so good. But like, that's the time when you need it the least. You always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. People struggle to do things alone. And the path of the exceptional person is one of the exception, which means that you are not with other people. And rather than fighting that, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place. Because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be.
The superpower of learning to be alone and enjoying it is these times where you just think about things. Be alone and think about things are so rare these days. And I think during those rare times is when you really get to understand what you actually believe or don't believe.
Find a way to win. You want to prove everybody wrong? Then win. You want to change you and your family's life forever? Then win. Your emotions, your sob story, because nobody cares until you win. So find a way to win. Understand this, the world does not reward intentions. It rewards results. Nobody's going to ask you how hard it was. Nobody's going to ask you how unfair it felt. Nobody's going to ask how many times you failed.
I'm champion, and now you wanna say like you tired? Who cares? You tired? Nobody cares about you. He was tired. He had personal problem, family. Nobody cares. Paris is always gonna be champions. With your name, this is your choice. You wanna put your name there? Okay, work hard. No? Bye-bye.
So you must be willing to get it by any means. Refuse to quit when that plan breaks. Adjust to life when life isn't playing fair. If that front door is locked, you don't complain. You just find another entrance. So no more waiting around for perfect conditions. Because winners create leverage in imperfect ones. They study while others are asleep. They make the sacrifice. They take the risk that everybody else is too scared to take.
After we face a rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up, or somebody say, you can count on me, and they don't come through, cause repossessed. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
If you're tired, find a way. If the odds are stacked against you, find a way. If nobody else on this planet believes in you, find a fucking way. Because at the end of the day, the world does not remember those who made excuses. It remembers the ones who didn't stop and got to whatever they wanted by any means necessary. Keep moving, Brock. That's it. That's it. Keep going. I want everything you got.
It's heavy.
I know it's heavy.
I'm out of strength.
And you negotiate with your body to find more strength, but don't you give up on me, Brock. You keep going, you hear me? You keep going. You're doing good. You keep going. Do not quit on me. You keep going. I know it hurts. You keep going. You keep going. It's all art from here.
Here's what you should know about winning before you chase it. Winning's not loyal to you. It doesn't care about you. Winning doesn't care how sore you are. Winning doesn't care how much sleep you get. Winning doesn't care how hard you work at times. Winning requires all of you and then more, and it promises you nothing. It's a mastermind of creating fear and doubt in your mind. So the question is about winning. Are you willing to sprint when the distance is unknown? And why chase this thing called winning? Because the only thing that's guaranteed in life, if you don't chase it, is losing.
When you put that practice in every day, you lace them up. You lace them motherfuckers up every day. Pretty soon you win. Pretty soon you have the courage and the heart and the dedication and the mindset. But everybody go for themselves. I know what I know. I've listened to myself enough to know you put so much practice into you that you can ignore every one of them that are telling you you're not gonna fucking make it.
Morning, guys.
All
Quick
that
little
work that you
workout
put in,
before work.
nobody care about the work that
Thank
you
you
put
for
in and how
stopping
many
by.
times that you fell short. They only care about it when you make it. So for me, I just always did it for myself. I felt like it brought me confidence. The amount of work that I put in brought me confidence. I'm not scared of nothing. I'm ready for everything that
Hope y'all are doing
God
good.
throws at me. I
Drop
just
a
feel
like,
I got big shoulders,
comment,
and I work
follow,
hard for it. Having a passion
hate,
for it is
comment,
different
I
when
don't
you fall
care.
short a million times. How many times can you get back
Appreciate
up?
you guys.
At the end of the day, nobody cares. What we're
100
going through, how
push-ups,
your body
100
feels,
sit-ups,
nobody
100
cares.
squats
We
every
gotta do
morning.
our job. Life is tough sometimes.
If you
and it's
can't do
not
that,
fair.
what are you doing?
And it doesn't care sometimes.
100
But you're
push-ups,
gonna hold true to
100
what you
sit-ups,
believe, and you're gonna hold true to
100
who you are, and
squats
you're gonna
every
be that
morning.
person, whether it's easy
That's
or
all you
tough.
gotta do.
I'm going to fight.
All you gotta
I'm
do.
going to work. I'm going to press forward every single day to become a victor and not a victim. Winners win and losers lose. If you keep being a victim, if you keep letting losing happen to you, it's going to become a culture. Maybe it was your time to lose. Lose? I don't lose. I win. I win. That's my job. That's what I do.
In the end, I don't care whether you love me or you hate me, just as long as I win.
Tired, 14 days, 13 days, whatever the hell it is, don't mean nothing. Tired is only in the mind. You tell yourself you're tired, you're gonna be tired. I don't get tired.
Everybody's great when they're not tired. The champions is when they tired. That's when the real champions come out. That's when a real dog come out. Because if you go like a puppy, stay on the porch and let the big dogs eat. Let them on the fucking field. Have some heart.
Fuck your tired body, fuck that unmotivated mind, and get out there and do it anyway. You know, you better fight yourself, because you're not only winning when things are going your way. You got to figure out how to win when things aren't going your way.
It's pretty easy sometimes to feel beat when you're faced with all those issues and all those problems, and they all hit you. At the same time, that doesn't mean give up. In fact, it means the opposite. It means it's time for you to fight harder, to dig in. It means it's time for you to go on the war path.
It is the matter of winning one day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. It is one win at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time, and you accumulate that over the course of a year. You know, good things start to happen. And so if you win enough days, you win the week. If you win enough weeks, you win the month. If you win enough months, you win the year. If you win enough years, guess what you win? You win your life. I believe that if you execute the powerless properly, you cannot fucking not get where you want to go. You can't miss. I think it's a systematic way to guarantee success.
Person, any human realizes that if you want some kind of a good outcome, you're going to have to work hard for it. And if you don't work hard for something, you're not going to get an outcome that's really worth much.
Just eliminate all external distractions, you know, that's what's going on, and just focus on the process itself and enjoying it every single day. Chopping wood, carrying water. Greatness is not meant for a few chosen people. It's meant for those who persistently pursue their dreams every day and make that choice when they wake up.
They don't know you. They don't know what you're about to become. They don't know what lives inside of you. They don't know your motivations. They don't know shit about you. So fucking surprise them. Show them some shit that they don't expect, because no one expects you to win. So go out there and fucking win.
The biggest risk to your future isn't your competition. It's the distractions you insist on keeping in your life, rather than doing the things you know you should be doing but aren't. People delay doing things they don't like for longer than it takes to do them.
Life isn't fair. At all. At all. So what are you gonna do about it? I knew that no one was coming back to help me. No one's gonna miracle me to be somebody special. All my situations were on me now. It's solely on me.
Let those challenges raise you up. Let them elevate you. Let their demands and their trials make you stronger. Let the adversity you face today turn you into a better person tomorrow.
All your mentors, everybody you like, were human. You gotta put yourself on that pedestal, hold yourself to a higher standard, hold yourself accountable, and then look up to yourself. Saying hold yourself to a standard and look inside yourself and try to be the best you can be. We start trying to mimic somebody else. Don't be them, be you. You have to be able to go into a very dark place in your mind and figure who you are. You have to be alone in a very dark place in your mind to think about what is important to you.
My 401ks from old jobs were scattered. Probably like yours if you've ever changed jobs. But with Pension B, all my retirement accounts are in one award-winning app. I can see exactly how my account is performing with live progress. Use the retirement calculator to see if I'm on track. And Pension B even helps track down forgotten 401ks with access to over 270,000 employer records. While most rollovers can happen digitally,
Don't ask yourself, why me? Instead, ask yourself, now what am I going to do about it? And then figure it out. Figure out what you're going to do. Say to yourself, I am going to detach. I am going to assess the situation. I am going to come up with a plan and I am going to execute. And then start moving.
Why don't you reframe the decisions that you are making from this is the hardest decision to this is the better decision. This is what's going to move me forward. This is what's going to get me what I want. When you think about it like that, it makes it a lot easier to get off your ass and go fucking do it. So yes, it is absolutely normal to not feel like doing it. There is not a single person who has ever achieved anything that you want to achieve that has felt like it every single day.
When does a new day start? It starts at midnight. So a new day and a new beginning starts in the dark every day. That's when your new beginnings start. But so many people are afraid to go to that place. You have to visit that place, because if that place comes visit you, it will never leave. If you go visit the darkness that you've been running from, you'll have the opportunity to leave a better person.
If you know that there is something that you're meant to do, if you know that there's something that you're meant to change, you will have to let certain groups, friends, routines, places, activities, creations that you do, you're going to have to let those go.
The commitments we keep to ourselves and what we do when no one's watching is the most persuasive evidence that governs everything we then do every day thereafter. And this is, for me, was a huge revelation in my life. You can look at certain people in your lives that are struggling in certain situations, and oftentimes it's a result of continually unkept commitments to themselves.
There's not a car, there's not a person. Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday. Hate it's a Monday. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the fuck after it every daggone day.
I was you when I was around you. I was Mary around Mary. I was John around John. There was no David Goggins. And along this journey, when I started losing weight, and I had so many bad days in my life, so many bad days from growing up, even now, there wasn't nobody fucking there but David Goggins.
People only root for people who donate it. Like, the amount of times when I was on my lonely path, where I was too different from the friends that I had, but not successful enough to be friends with the people that I wanted to be friends with. That's when you want people to root for you. That's when you want people to support you.
I want to do something great with my life. I don't know that I can get to the mental level you have, but I think everybody here needs to know something. If you just think you're going to do something temporarily once, man, you're going to be unhappy when it's over.
Nothing's perishable. It's all legacy being built. Question to you guys is, it's so easy for me to say, dude, it hurts, man, I can't go on. It's so easy to make that excuse, and you know what? I can live with that. That's a viable excuse, right? But is it the truth? Can you go on? What else do you want? Is this stronger than your dreams? And do you put as much time and attention into your dreams as you do your fears?
I'm a winner. I'm going to win.
I say chase your dreams, man. Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. That thing that bothers you, man, that makes you trip. You can't quit thinking about it. That thing, man, that you wake up in the middle of the night, you got a new idea. That's what you got to chase. Because anything else, it's going to disappoint you.
We're not on this stage just because of talent or ability. We're up here because of 4 a.m. We're up here because of 2-a-days or 5-a-days. We're up here because we had a dream and let nothing stand in our way. If anything tried to bring us down, we used it to make us stronger.
The handle being the long part is what it takes and how much work you have to do. And that is very long. And once you get to where you start to see results, the results go up very, very quick. And that is the same way that your success is going to work. It's the same way your life is going to work. And you just have to understand this is the way it is, and you're going to have to bear through it. And eventually you'll acclimate to it. And all these things that feel like you're not in balance or you're not doing it right will go away, and it'll just feel normal.
As great as you are, as skilled as you are, as talented as you are, I just want one thing from you. Never allow life to make you forget why you do what you do. People don't burn out, people don't quit, people don't underachieve, people don't settle because of what they do. People burn out, people quit, people underachieve, and people settle because life makes them forget why they do it. If we respect it the way we say we respect it, every single day should be nothing less than excellence. You might not always be your best, but you can always bring me your best.
We create it or we destroy it right here. We either give birth to our fear or we blaze the path of our dreams. You're either living your dreams or living your fears, one or the other. And which one are you giving the most time to? This workout travels with you to ensure your dreams never spoil. Always stay true. You come back to the gym and from the body weight beat down. You won't lose an inch. You won't have lost a step. You gained an inch. And life is a game of inches.
Balance is a fake thing. It's not. By the way, last time I checked, an award.
Morning, guys.
No one comes and writes you a check for how
Alright,
balanced you are. No one comes and builds your house for how balanced you are.
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats are done.
No one comes and gives you a nice life for how balanced you are. That's not what the game is.
Hope you guys are doing good.
Are you skilled?
Drop a like and follow.
That's the game. So we can talk about balance. It
I just
sounds
gotta get ready
nice,
for a
but
shower.
the reality is to actually win in real life, balance has to be a second or third thought on the plate behind being effective in producing results and building ourselves into the best possible us.
A person's strengths are often their biggest weaknesses. And so that also means that their weaknesses can be their strengths. I am weak, but I don't accept it. I don't accept that I am what I am and that is what I'm doomed to be. No, I don't accept that. I'm fighting.
Now, the only place to go from failure is to win. You have to achieve failure. You have to take it that far. Nobody wants to go that far.
We're getting there, guys.
You know
We're getting
something?
there.
I got news for you. That's where winning is. It always has been.
If you don't feel the pain, you never reflect on it. So my thing is I spend 80% of my time focused on the beautiful things in my life, the things I'm grateful for, the beautiful things that I want to bring into existence, all of it. 20% of the time, though, I'm in the darkness. I'm in that Tim Grover, relentless, I'm going to make this happen if I have to break myself, and I'm not afraid to lean into that because I know how powerful it is.
Can we stop for food? No, I can't do that, guys.
North wins. North wins. An upset for the ages.
Why can't we go fast?
It's just the way things are. So I would ask the board to consider, what if our next app wasn't slow? What a day. What's this? Earn skills in weeks, not years, at University of Phoenix.
Oh yeah, I'm already programming.
Can you program a racing app?
Can you market a racing app?
Looks like I can learn.
Yes!
And it's already our company's most downloaded app.
Ever.
The moral of the story, in the new workforce, who can afford to be slow? Earn career-relevant skills in weeks, not years, at University of Phoenix.
Eliminate the outcome. Stop being driven by rewards. Stop being driven by outcomes. Stop being driven by, if I get this, I'm going to do this. Just work. And if you don't get what you thought you were going to get, show up and still go to work. Because along the process, what's more important, what you acquire or who you become?
A lot of times we have this desire to point the blame finger externally, but wherever you point the finger of blame, power follows. And so whoever I blame for the life I have is the person who I give all the power over my existence, over my circumstances. And so it hurts, but if you turn the finger inwards,
You need to get to a point in your life. There's nothing wrong with working. There's no 5K. There's no I'm going to get into school to be this or that, and still perform to the highest level. Because what people don't get is one day that thing's going to come up. And if you're not constantly performing without purpose, you're not going to be ready when the time comes.
Like the expectations that we have to do whatever it is that we want to do, switching to, like, it's almost the mindset of, I don't have to, I get to, right? Approach everything with a level of gratitude. Secondly, look at the things that you do and see what you can extract from it. So when you lose it, is it really a loss if I can extract a level of dedication from it? Like when I didn't make it to the NFL, I looked at the process and said, okay, I gotta hang up the cleats, but let me extract that mindset. Let me extract that work ethic. Let me extract that dedication and commitment.
It's this magical thing, purpose that we're all looking for. But what's funny about it all is that we need these things to perform. But we don't take a second to realize
thinking about what the version of you got you here did, and then acting the exact opposite of that as many times as you possibly can, and the pain that you feel by rejecting the thing that you used to do that got you into this circumstance, that's the root of it.
The only way you can be over it, Dave, is you have to be a champion. And not plugging the book on this, but really, champions do daily what everybody do occasionally. Everybody else does. You just do it daily. You're not.
Yeah, we do.
You're not extraordinary. You just do the ordinary extra. That's it. That's what makes you, separates you. Lion is the king of the jungle. How can he be the king of the jungle if he's not the biggest? The elephant is one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does the lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference between the lion and the elephant.
so if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, man, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself. So that's the only purpose I fucking live. So the reason I get up every day, even though there's no race, there's no school, there's nothing in front of me, is because I have pride in myself.
It's up to the individual to allow the dreariness to set aside. Do we worry about the factors, or do we worry about what's inside of ourselves? Those two different things are the two measures of confidence. Positive, negative confidence. Negative confidence is an ego-centric person. Bases all their performance trying to achieve third parties' agreeability, their likeness, and their thumbs up, because we value their opinion. Those kind of people allow this mood and weather and everything to set in to dictate their performance of the day. If you're gonna do it, do it. Do what you say. can't do it. Don't say you can do it. Don't over-leverage yourself. Don't over-leverage your decision and then jump in and kind of dip a toe. I think I'll try it out. No, I think if you're going to try it out when it's time to go, dive. Finish it and find out. Come out the other side. There's also another side. The positive side of confidence starts from within. It's called pride. That doesn't tell you, ring, son, you know, if there's someone in the corner looking at them, and it's 5 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, that pride is always awake, always turning, always burning for the ideology of greatness to be mature in its reality. No, you can alter that. Half-ass up. Whether you fail or succeed, you got what you want or didn't get what you want. Looking in the mirror going, that half-ass stuff went all the way. And that ain't for me. When I found out, you damn right that is. That's a great place to live. The first secret of self-made millionaires is simple. Dream big dreams. Were you recently injured in a car accident? If so, you need to stop now and immediately call an experienced auto accident attorney. Look at this check for $237,000. This settlement and many others like it were payments our team of legal experts obtained for our clients. If you have not been in an auto accident, feel free to skip this video. We don't want to waste your time. But for those of you still watching, I'm going to share the best way for you to achieve the maximum settlement. The right attorney can help you get top compensation for your vehicle and property damage, medical bills, lost income, and pain and suffering. To obtain the most compensation for your car accident, we need to know if the accident was not your fault, if you were injured, and if the accident happened within the last 2 years. If this matches your circumstances and you have not spoken with an attorney, you need to call us now. Do not speak to insurance companies or the other party without legal guidance. Saying the wrong thing can absolutely destroy your case and reduce or even eliminate your settlement amount. Don't wait to contact us. The longer you wait, the less severe your case may appear. Eventually, the time to make a claim will vanish. You need to call us to get working on your case as soon as possible. Unfortunately, we've seen too many car accident victims attempt to settle cases on their own without the help of an experienced attorney. With no threat of a lawsuit or litigation, insurance companies make lowball offers and pretend like it's the best they can do. Do not make this mistake. You need the help from experienced attorneys at Vine Legal to navigate the complexities of insurance law on your behalf. Great, you're saying, but how much will a personal injury attorney cost? This is a good question and the one everyone asks. Experienced personal injury attorneys work on what's called a contingency basis, meaning there's no payment up front. Our attorneys only receive compensation when they win your case for you. There are zero out-of-pocket costs. Our legal teams work for free until your case is won. To make things even easier, you can contact us any day of the week, any time of day. Here's a recent example of a settlement we received for our client Kevin. He was rear-ended by a semi-truck that was following too closely on his way to work. After the accident, Kevin, like many of our clients, didn't feel severe pain until several days later. He began to feel discomfort in his neck and lower back, as well as aches from the seatbelt and airbag deployment. He was unable to work, needed a new car, needed compensation for lost income, and a substantial amount set aside for future, potential lifelong treatment for his injuries. The opposing party's insurance pressured Kevin to accept a $10,000 offer, as that was his car's value. However, they made no offer to remedy his injuries or the future pain and suffering he would experience. The settlement we obtained for Kevin after he became a client, $450,000. We can help you put your life back together after an accident. Find legal attorneys, fight to get you the maximum compensation for your accident. Historical data has shown that auto accident victims that work with an attorney receive 3.5 times more in compensation than those without an attorney. A quick call with our legal intake team will get you talking with an attorney that specializes in auto accident cases. We're available 24/7, 365 days a year. Connect with us to have your legal questions answered and find out what your case is worth. When you've been in a car accident that wasn't your fault, you won't be suing the other person directly. You'll be going after their insurance company. The opposing party's insurance have their own legal teams whose sole purpose is to minimize the amount
company to settle your accident claim, do not sign it before it's been reviewed by your own personal injury counsel. Once you accept an offer, you sign away your ability to make any future claims for compensation. A lot of times, victims walk away from car accidents thinking their injuries are not that severe. But after a few days, the pain slowly starts to build, eventually becoming unbearable. Many that need doctor visits or don't have strong health insurance skip treatment altogether. Do not do this. Treatment for your injury as well as the medical documentation strengthens your case. If you've been injured, it's imperative that you contact us immediately. Our attorneys can guide you through the process of getting the right treatment for your injuries and even help you find the right doctors. Oftentimes, medical care can be a really simple process that gets you back on your feet quickly. But we also want to make sure your serious injury isn't hiding beneath the surface. Reach out to us now so we can guide you on the path to full recovery and help you get compensation for your pain and suffering. So how much is your car accident case worth? This is a great question, and one that's almost always asked by our clients. The amount of compensation you'll get from a car accident depends on several factors, including the severity of your injuries, the extent of the damages, the loss of income and future income, insurance coverage, and the circumstances surrounding the accident. If the accident resulted in serious injuries, such as broken bones, long-term treatment, or a permanent disability, the compensation would skyrocket. It's important to gather as much evidence as possible to build a compelling case and accurately determine the value of the claim. This is something you will need an expert team to help you with, and may include eyewitness statements, CCTV footage, dashcam footage, police reports, medical records, and other documentation. The compensation depends on the specific circumstances of each case and the experience of your legal team. It's imperative you consult a qualified attorney who can help you navigate the legal process and maximize your recovery amount. So what I want you to do is dreams. Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to imagine and fantasize about all your career goals and the kind of life you would really like to live.
You don't have to live anybody else's story. Sometimes people make it seem like you have to have certain prerequisites or a crazy life story in order to be successful in this world. But the truth is, you really don't. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you have or don't have, what you lack, what you have too much of. All you need to have is faith in God, an undying passion for what you do, for what you choose to do in this life, and a relentless drive and the will to do whatever it takes to be successful in whatever you put your mind to.
Quitting guarantees the failure. Once you quit, it rules out any chance of success. The mere waking up every day, putting the next foot in front of the next foot, at least keeps you in the game. And if God is waking you up continually every morning, once God wakes you up, that's a sign from God that He ain't through with you.
So imagine that you have no limitations on what you can be or have or do in life. Just for the moment, imagine that you have all the time, all the money, all the education, and all the experience, and all the friends and all the contacts and all the resources and everything else you need to achieve anything you want in life. You have no limits. One doesn't expect to get from life unless it really it kind of is. Right? One gets this.
Life is a kind of sowing time, and the harvest is not yet here.
Some people can sit around and wait for the opportunity to change like this, and then they get the fuck up. Some people strike when that iron's hot. Other people just keep on striking until the blade's so hot it slices through anything. Some people get up in the middle of a snowstorm or a rainstorm, pushes through, listen to their pride, not their ego. And what happens? The sun comes out, birth of a new day, new opportunities. We're living.
And you know, when you can see change, that's when you like really go into it. You start getting obsessed when you see whether it's success or like your fitness levels go up or just the way you energy levels are every day, and just figuring out that like these little indicators are changing the way I'm.
Commitment is staying true to what you said you were going to do. People think commitment is saying, yes, I'll do it on the days when it feels good. But I've been committed to everything that I ever started in my life, and I never stopped and I never quit it. And so by being committed to everything that I started, I finished it and built a certain type of
spirit. It built a certain type of mentality. It built a certain type of individual. And so now I couldn't quit even if I wanted to. I couldn't lay in the bed even if I wanted to. I couldn't stop even if I wanted to.
Everything you're going through is preparing you for what you ask God for. You just got to quit tripping while you're in the process, because the process is necessary. You may not see it now, but when it gets you on the other side of it, you're going to see exactly why it went that way. And you're going to be okay with it.
We are all being tested in life. While my test is different than yours, you will be tested. The one mentality that you must have in life is that regardless of what's in front of you, you still must grind. I'll never be in the Olympics. I'll never be a professional athlete, but still I grind. I fail at most things I do, but still I grind. I don't want to do half the shit I do, but still I grind.
You see this guy here staring back at you? Yeah? That's your toughest opponent. Every time you get into the ring, that's who you're going against. I believe that in boxing, and I do believe that in life.
When you create a clear mental picture of where you are going in life, and you set clear career goals, you become more positive and more motivated and more determined to make it a reality. You trigger your natural creativity, and you come up with idea after idea to help make your vision come true.
That no one can do it for you but you. And even though you face disappointments, even though you will experience some setbacks, it goes with the territory. You must understand that.
You see, you always tend to move in the direction of your dominant career goals and dreams and images and visions. The very act of allowing yourself to dream big dreams actually raises your self-esteem and causes you to like and respect yourself more. Dreaming big dreams improves your self-concept and increases your level of self-confidence. It increases your personal level of self-respect and happiness.
A lot of people need a little extra money to get motivated. A lot of people need, whatever the case may be, a little bonus to get motivated. I don't need anything but breath in my body and life. And every day I wake up, I understand I got 2 children depending on me. I understand I got a wife depending on me. I understand I got a world that needs me. The reason I go at life with the passion and the zeal that I go at it with is because I understand every day of my life is somebody in the world that is dependent on me.
Right now in life, your family is looking for that one guy right now. They're looking for that one guy who's strong, who's that pillar for the family in hard times. Make sure they look around and find you. These are the times right now for you to step up. Be that guy that can take anything.
You're going to hit something in life that's a lot tougher than you. And it's going to test your will and it's going to test your heart. If it's just about you and it's just about the product, it will crush you. Every day I get up, I understand. It's somebody in the free world that's looking at me to see if I'm going to keep going. And so I can't quit.
And as the years go on, the separation that you have with your competitors and your peers just grows larger and larger and larger and larger and larger. And by year 5 or 6, it doesn't matter what kind of work they do in the summer, they're never going to catch up because they're 5 years behind. Right? So it makes sense to get up and start your day early because you can get more work in.
So if you are dreaming big dreams and you have clear goals and you accept total responsibility and you're doing what you love to do and you're getting better and better at it, and remember, excellence is a journey, not a destination. It's not a goal at which we arrive anytime in life. We just keep working and keep working and keep working.
When they saw me in the gym in the pumping iron days, they said, why is it that you're working out so hard? 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and you have always a smile on your face. The others are working out just as hard as you do, and they look sour in the face. Why is that? And I told people all the time, I said, because to me, I'm shooting for a goal. In front of me is the Mr. Universe title. So every rep that I do gets me closer to accomplishing that goal, to make this goal, this vision turn into reality.
And my last doctor visit, they came to me and they said, sorry, Inky Johnson, you will never be able to use this arm or hand again in your life. I said, no disrespect to you, doc, but I will use this arm and this hand every day for the rest of my life by the way that I live my life. Every day, I'm going to impact someone's life. Every day, I'm going to empower someone. Every day, I'm going to inspire someone. Every day, I'm going to encourage someone.
Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you got to be willing to take the hits.
If you or your family care for a loved one with Alzheimer's or another form of memory loss, Northwoods Village, Kalamazoo is here for your family.
I would definitely recommend Northwoods Village to my friends, family. My husband has been happy with everyone that helps take care of him here.
Nothing out there for me.
And that's the problem. You hung up your cape and your cow, but you didn't move on. You never went to find a life. But you're not living. You're just waiting, hoping for things to go bad again.
Dreams are something you have to believe in. I almost gave up on mine. To all of you out there, please keep your dreams alive.
Bad things don't come in threes. Bad things happen. People don't know how to cope, and they allow one bad thing to snowball into more. Bad stuff sucks. The only thing worse is letting one bad thing ruin many good things.
Winning isn't everything, but losing isn't anything. Look at it this way, Charlie Brown. We learn more from losing than we do from winning. I guess that makes me the smartest person in the whole world. I think you just talked yourself into being a loser, Charlie Brown. I really don't believe in this business of some people being born losers. If you keep on doing different things, you're going to win, just as much as anyone else. Just keep trying, Charlie Brown. Don't give up. You'll win your share of ball games. I just don't think it's possible for someone to lose everything all the time. One of these days, you'll win.
When you put that practice in every day, you lace them up. And I mean, Ron, it's just a metaphor for life. When you lace fuckers up every day, pretty soon you win. Pretty soon, if you have the courage and the heart and the dedication and the mindset of everybody go, I know what I know. I've listened to myself enough to know. I know what I know. None of you can hear what I'm hearing.
It's like most people in this world, if you look at most people in this world, they're just kind of surviving. Like they live in reaction mode. They say things like, oh, I'm too busy, but don't know what they're actually really working towards. They chase dopamine and they don't go for discipline. And so if you're listening to this episode, you want to be different than everybody else. I want you to understand, you don't want to fit in with everybody else, because fitting in with everybody else is going to give you a mediocre life. High performers, though, they have a totally different operating system. They live their lives with intention. They're not reactive, they're proactive. They design their days. They chase mastering themselves, and they don't try to be comfortable. And the part that most people miss is that the mindset of a high performer, it's not going to just change your results in certain aspects of your life. It's going to change your entire experience of life.
Is that if you wait for motivation, you'll be waiting a long, long time. People who make moves don't wait for motivation. People who make progress don't wait for motivation. Actually, they do things when they don't feel motivated. That's the key to success. That's the key to discipline, is doing things when we don't feel motivated. Motivation is this myth that you need to feel ready to take action. Instead, we need to focus on building momentum, triggering momentum. The truth is, action creates motivation, not the other way around. A lot of us think that I'll feel motivated, then I'll take action. It's the other way around. Take action, and then you'll feel motivated.
The entire point of life is to take action on dreams that seem crazy to most, but feel like destiny to you. What looks impossible to others might be exactly what you're meant to do. They can't see it because it's not their vision. It's yours. Their doubt says nothing about your potential. It only says something about their imagination. Don't let their lack of vision dim yours. Don't let their fear become your excuse. Don't shrink your dreams to fit what other people can understand. If it feels like destiny, chase it, even if no one else gets it. Even if they think you're wasting your time. Even if you're the only one who believes. Your life isn't supposed to make sense to everyone. It's supposed to make sense to you. You're the one living it. You're the one who has to look back on it one day. Live the life that feels right to you, not the one that makes sense to them. Their approval isn't worth your regret.
My real name is Carolina.
She started her music career by appearing on the Colombian version of X Factor.
Karol G is a prime example of what it means to make your dreams come true.
And the Grammy goes to...
Viva Colombia, Karol G.
I won my third Grammy.
Most people are tired of being a loser. What I mean by that is you probably have big goals and dreams, but all the distractions around you are keeping you in a place of loserville, right? And if you think like, man, winners are born in a certain way, winners have some kind of special pedigree that I don't, the truth is there's nothing special about winners that you don't have. The only difference is winners spent more time dealing with rejection, doing hard things, and being in a position where they had to exercise resilience, focus, and discipline over and over again. It was a very specific choice that winners made.
Truly problematic in life is the time and the attention that you spend within that time. Your time is being captured, your attention is being captured by thoughts that have been gotten rid of that you've just done. You've just had the conversation, broken with the relationship, left the job, told the father, whatever. So just consistently repeat, out, whatever it is that you need to do. All of that anxiety cost could have been gotten rid of.
Why you must be unreasonable, because logical, practical thinking says you can't do it today. But if you want to produce unreasonable results in your life, like living your dream and taking charge of your destiny, you've got to be an unreasonable person. You've got to be an uncommon person. So write down the reasons of why you're here. My first major goal was to buy my mother a home. Now let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. What will reasons do, Les? Nietzsche said if you know the why of doing, you can endure almost anyhow. What do you mean by that? If you know why you're doing something, when the hard times come, and they're going to come, when the disappointments and the rejections come, and they're going to come by the truckload, your reasons will be your and staff to comfort you, to pick you up. Once again, I got a saying on one of my tapes, life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Let your reasons get you back up.
Anything hard in life, once you get through it, it's like you become a POW. Like how many POWs you know want to go back to POW camp? None. When something sucks so bad in life, this is on this that we're talking about now. Very few people want to go back. They're happy they graduated. I realized I'm the same way. I don't want to go back. I have to go back. I must go back. Because that is exactly where all the knowledge of my life exists. Was back there and what you're exactly talking about. Well, I didn't know anything about this. But how I grew a will was constantly doing these things. To now, it's just life. I wake up, while it still sucks, it's just life. You don't sit back and like, oh my God. Like, I have days I don't want to do it, but I know I'm going to do it. I know from years of just doing it.
The futurity of decisions is the key to measuring the value. Most people spend as much as 80% of their time dealing with the problems and difficulties of the past, and only 20% dealing with the opportunities of the future. But successful people are always saying, what impact will this have on the future? So important tasks will always have an impact on the future. Unimportant tasks will only have an impact on the present and maybe even the past. So I say, what is the most valuable use of my time right now, and what impact will this have on tomorrow, the next day, and the future? It's one of the key ways to keep on track with regard to priorities. The fifth key idea in time management, which I am a fanatic on, is concentration.
Concentration. Many people come to me in my seminars and they say, well, I never learned how to concentrate. I can't concentrate. How do I learn to concentrate? Learning how to concentrate is absolutely essential to success. As a matter of fact, it is impossible for you to accomplish anything worthwhile in life without the ability to concentrate single-mindedly on one thing at a time and stay with it until it's complete.
The ability in a work situation, in a relationship, to take criticism and be able to use it constructively is an incredibly useful and powerful trait to me that reveals strong character. How people handle stress is a really good sign of their character. So in a work situation, people are good at faking it and pretending that they're very strong. But when it gets really stressful and there's a lot of pressure on it, the mask falls off and they reveal that they can't handle it. They're too weak. They're reacting to everything. They can't get out of the moment. They're so impatient, and fragile. And so the ability to handle stress shows that somebody has something strong inside of them, right?
Persistence beats talent and talented quitters. I'm sure you've seen someone on TV before or on social media and thought,
Hey, looking for the best credit card for you? Credit Karma makes it simple to check your options. Cash back, rewards,
thought, how did they make it? I'm more talented than them. I feel like I'm better than them at that. How did they make it and I didn't? Well, they didn't sit on the sidelines. They quit. They kept going when the talented people stepped away, stepped back. The research shows that students with less IQ but higher grit often outperformed smarter but less persistent peers. In other words, deliberate, sustained effort yielded stronger outcomes than raw talent. Think about that for a second. There's no such thing as raw talent being naturally gifted to be successful if they don't have persistence.
Experts have more ways to win than beginners do. And so if an expert goes into any setting that they're expert in, they have so many faster feedback loops that reward them in the moment before the ultimate outcome. So if you're a master video editor, there's so many things that you can do that while editing, you make one change and then it looks right, you have a positive feedback loop. And so I think when you're on the start path, you can't look at the outcome as the only positive because you will never make it. And so the positive frame that I've always used is, sure, you can have the external ones of like, I like thinking about my first videos had like 13 views. And I'm like, well, if I had an audience of 13 people, I used to spend years pitching, weight loss stuff to rooms of 13 and that was fine. And so thinking about that way was helpful. But the most helpful frame was thinking about who I was becoming as the asset that I was building. So in real time, whenever I finished a long day's work, I was becoming more like the type of person who could work for 5 years without reward. And that would be part of the story I would someday tell. And so some of the biggest reinforcers I've had in my life has been future casting the story that I would tell about the shitty period that I was in.
You can either live your dreams or live your fears. And I think the majority of people actually are not living their dreams, but are living their fears. So I want to ask you a question. What are your fears? What are you afraid of? What are you scared of? Because we all have fears, don't we? We all have something that's blocking us, that's holding us back. And as we begin to look at life, what we realize is that the reason that most people are not living out their true potential, are not doing all of the things that they would really like to do, is because of fear. Some people call fear false evidence or expectations appearing real.
And so becoming a high performer is not about doing more at all. It's about doing less, but doing it better. It's about becoming more. And so you need to stop waiting for permission. You need to stop asking if you're good enough. You need to start showing up like somebody who's done tolerating with mediocrity. And so what you want to do is learn to lead yourself differently. I'm using my words very directly. Lead yourself. Nobody's coming to lead you. You need to lead yourself. Move like somebody who expects to win in their life. And then build habits that match the life that you want. And then don't do it one day. Don't do it tomorrow. Do it now. Like, you have one life. Don't get to the end of it and then realize that you live somebody else's versions and somebody else's expectations. Become the type of person who becomes a high performer and creates the life that they want.
It's funny because in aspects of my life, I'm the least perfectionist person ever. I'm very just like, yeah, just send it. And then the things that are really important to me, I can be a huge perfectionist about, which is where, you know, bodybuilding, relationships, all these things, I can start to be a little overly hard on myself. So I think even that contrast of balance of different sides of my personality has helped me alleviate it. Not everything needs to be perfect. I'm like, that stuff, the YouTube video will get there. Calvin, don't worry about that. These guys help me with the business. That's all fine. This is what I do perfect on. So at least it's not everything. But even within that, just being able to compete at such a high level for so many years, I've seen so many people who have been so obsessed with being, especially in bodybuilding, where everything is weighed, everything's about a look. Like when it's something where like, you know, something's on your mind, so you lost 30 minutes of sleep last night, you didn't enter deep REM sleep, so you had on some water, had higher cortisol, and you wake up and you look different the next day. Like that's how specific a physique sport is when you're that lean and dialed in that anything can change it. You can really start to get in your fucking head about it. And I've seen so many people overthink of to the grain of rice being perfect and eating at the same time every day and everything and needing to be so perfect, and just the stress of that making them worse, that I've pulled back from the perfectionist of it and just tried to be like, where's the diminishing returns? What's going to keep my mental peace? What cookie is going to alleviate enough stress that's actually more beneficial than eating healthy? Where does that balance lie? You know, you pull and you test and you tug and you go back and forth a little bit and you just figure it out over the years.
Do you want passive income? Is that what you really want? Or do you just want a job that you love, that pays you well, that like lights that fire inside of you? I think we want passive income because we hate what we do. Because 87% of Americans don't like what they do for a living. They don't like who they work with. And so why would they want to do more of it? Please give me passive income. But I don't think that's actually what we want. We just want something that really speaks to us.
When you resolve, you're at peace. Deciding's like a war, right? Committing requires energy and taking to the future, as you described. And then resolve, it's amazing. It's like it's done. It's done in me. It may not be done in the world, but it's done in me now. I'll find the way or I'll make the way. And there's no uncertainty. There's no fear. There's no anxiety. When you get to that psychological, emotional place, that's the place in which you get results. If you look at an athlete, athletes are perfect examples of this. I'm sure you've seen a time where you watch an athlete walk up to shoot a free throw, or let's say a kicker in football, and you think, he's gonna miss it.
Yeah.
And then they do.
Yeah.
How did you know they're gonna miss it?
Yeah, physiology, where their head was, where their eyes were.
Yes. You can see in their state a lack of certainty. When you see like...
Without a vibrant star, it wouldn't be so. Everybody wants to be models, singers. I'm a 10, and you have to treat me like that.
This is a situation we got going on.
Woo!
We live in unprecedented times. The problem we're seeing, actually, is a revival of Jew hatred.
It's the typical example of starting with the Jews, but then attacking the United States of America.
You see that on the left? And
somebody like LeBron take the ball, go straight at it, go over some top of somebody's head and put it through. He didn't just decide, he didn't just commit, he has resolved that every ounce of his
That's where the ball is going.
That's where it's going to go, right? So I think, just to summarize, I think there isn't a more important decision making. If you're not good at it, all you got to do is start making some decisions.
I'm still surprised.